First step in the preparation of a server is checking your hostname. It should be fully qualified. For example, if I type hostname, it should come like first part dot second part. If not, you need to do some touch-ups to your etc host file. Next step is to get your RPMs installed to support your Oracle database. Since this is Oracle Enterprise Linux, most of the RPMs are already there. Else you need to check up your metalink node and get that stuff. For example, if you are in RHEL, you need to get more stuff. And there is a handy command through yum. You can download all the prerequisites required for the installation. For example, you can simply type yum install oracle-rdbms-server-11g release 2 pre-install. In this case, it is telling that the system is not registered with ULN. This is a fresh server, so you need to do little bit of stuff. You need to follow these steps if at all you are getting this issue. The configuration steps are as follows. You need to move to etc/yum.repos.t and you need to wget this URL. The URL is http://public-yum.oracle.com/public-yum-el5.repo. Since this is OEL5, I'm going to use this command. For OEL6 and other stuff, you will be finding a different steps. You need to check up Google to get that information. Now, this configuration has been done and ULN support has been enabled to this. It's got registered. Now let's try and do the same command which got failed earlier, yum space install. This time it succeeded. You can see EL5 latest of 1.4 KB and EL5_latest/primary are being downloaded. It is of 17 MB. You need to wait for a while. Based on your download bandwidth, these two executables will be automatically getting downloaded. I am fast forwarding these steps. You can see setting up the install process and all the required RPMs have been downloaded. Now we have been completed with this step. Let us move on to the next one. After that, you gotta do yum update. This will get all the latest RPMs into the latest version. It will update to the latest version, updating all the required RPMs. I have fired the command and this is how it's going to format it. And it is going to check a couple of dependencies and finally a summary will be provided to you. The 12 packages have been installed and 351 packages have been upgraded. So this is how it's going to do. Do you want to do that? It takes around 526 MB from now on, so it's a big process again. Let's say S, and you gotta wait for a few more minutes or even hours based on your bandwidth and speed of your server. I'll get back to you once this process has been done. You can see the report that the total download speed has been 2.4 MB per second and 526 MB has been downloaded in time 3.41 minutes. Now it's running the RPM check debug, running the transaction tests. You gotta still wait for some more time. You can see transaction test succeeded, running the transactions now. It is 1 of 716 and getting pretty quickly, but still it does take a lot of time due to 716 packages are still there. In your case, you need not update all this stuff. It is just for a safer side. I'm doing it in this demonstration, but for installing Linux and database on this Linux server, you need not do all this. It is simply an optional for in your case. So anyway, I gotta wait some more time to proceed with this demonstration now. Now I can see all 716 packages have been updated. We are now ready to move on to our next prerequisites of our database installation. Next thing is we need to make sure that these parameters are there in your etc sysconf etc/sysctl.conf file, fs.suid_tump able=1 and other stuff that you are seeing on this notepad. You need to verify, and if there is any mismatch, you gotta do replace it with the value over here. This is must prior to proceeding any steps further. So let me do that for you. Clearing the screen, and we can use the grep utility -i And the parameter, for example, if I take this, let me copy it, paste /etc/sysctl.conf. It's not existing. Let's go with second one, grep -I etc ctl.conf. So it's been existing, but the value is, if it is more, we can still ignore. Yeah, it's more, so we can ignore this step and go for another one. -I etc sysctl.conf. Value is 681. It's exactly matching, so that's fine. Next, go for grep I sysctl.conf, and the value is more, so we're gonna ignore it. And let me do all. I'm going to fast forward this video for that. Out of all the parameters are fine except the very first one, fs.suid_dumpable equal to 1. So let us add that one at the end of this file. In your case, if you are missing with any other stuff, you gotta do a similar process. Go to the end of this file, copy this line, paste it here, and save it. If you feel for more secure, you gotta take a backup of this file and then check out whether the file has been added with these details. Let us check again. etc sysctl.conf. Now the file, even this parameter has been added. So this step is completed. Let's jump on to the next one. Since there are some changes, we gotta change this stuff. Now you should make sure these Oracle settings are there in your etcsecuritylimits.conf with minimum values. If you have more than that, you need not worry about it. If any value is pretty less, you gotta edit and put it more than that or equal to that value. This is must and a prerequisite, so you gotta cover that one as well as. In my case, all the values are up, so I can ignore this step right here. This is the advantage if you are having Oracle Enterprise Linux. Most of the stuff are being configured already for you. You can check out whether Oracle user has been created or not. In this case, it's already been there. Let us check out whether the group has been created. Yes, even group DBA is already been there. Else you need to create the user with command similar to this. Let me paste it, but in this case I'm not going to enter because already the user is presenting. So I can click on enter over here. So it's going to create an Oracle user with the group DBA. I'm just escaping that stuff over here, putting the password over here right now. PASSWT Oracle. Let us check the parameter selinux under this config file etc/. It should be permissive. So the selinux equal to permissive. It should be, else you need to update this value. Let's move on to creating some of the directories, required directories. So I'm using these commands over here. You can tweak according to your requirement. This is the directory u01/app/oracle/product/1120/db1 and changing the groups to it. Let me provide permissions to it. Let's create directories. This is our next step. Make sure you are going to create /u01/app oracle product, or this is their own location, but based on your requirement you can change up your Oracle home location. So in this case I want to change it to /webcenter. This is the location I would like to go for. DB. Under DB I want to have Oracle product, or I can even remove this DB part, and under Oracle I just wanted to go ahead. Let's put this one as web center and permissions to web center as well. So base, I would like to change this one to till Oracle, so it should be web center Oracle. So let me put that one over here. And any other corrections you gotta choose based on your requirement. That's it. So all the remaining stuff is fine. So let us go and execute these steps over here. First one, making directory, and then changing the ownership, then changing the permissions. Now you're going to put this stuff in the profile, bash profile. And one more thing I gotta tell you is you gotta choose your Oracle SID. It should be webc for my case, and your host name based on your requirements. So let's go to our Oracle user, switch to LSA. You can see all this stuff over here. Let me go to bash profile and let us put all this stuff over here and quitting this information. Let us source this file and check it. Oracle home, Oracle SID, Oracle base, TNS admin, and all the other stuff, that whether all things are set or not, you gotta check it. So far we have completed most of the steps. Now create a VNC session for this one, because you gotta have a GUI to get the installation process triggered. So VNC server, and have your VNC password. I'm not going to tell you what that's. I'm going to retype that and wait for a couple of seconds to get it created. Now it's created with the session 1, so all the prerequisites have been done. The very next step in our video would be logging into that VNC server. Based on your network and other possibilities, you try logging into it, set your display, and start triggering the run installer from the location where we staged our database. If you want to know more details about how we are going to create the database, stay tuned to the video. You can check out the link in the description below or the link in this video. Click that and watch that video to get a complete details how I have installed from here. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned to get more and more videos. If you want to have all these videos coming up front right the moment when I upload it, you gotta subscribe down below. I hope it's a smarter choice for you. I hope it's the best choice for you not to lose any of the videos which I'm going to upload over here. Thanks for watching these videos. This is Kiran signing off. Have peace.